Repeat after me. I am a financially free crypto investor that is no longer a prisoner of the clock. I can wake up when I want and I can do what I want, and most certainly I can go where I want without having to rush back for commitments that I no longer have a desire to partake in. Welcome back to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, everyone. The place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. I want to share with you guys something that, without a doubt, is an opportunity. This one is an opportunity, and this is one that I've put a little bit of money in just last night and today because I see where real world assets are going. And before I jump into it and explain to you what this opportunity is, I want to ask you guys a question. Why is it that the billionaires and the millionaires, heck, the thousandaires, why is it they are the ones that have the open minds and see the opportunities that people we associate with on a daily basis are too blind to notice? This is what separates the upper class from the lower class. You're only as good as the opportunities that are presented to you or the opportunities that you go after. On this channel, I do my best to bring you guys opportunities and just place them right down in front of you, tell you a little bit about them, but at the end of the day, it's up to you guys if you take advantage of them. Or what I hope you do is do the necessary research to find out if it's something for you. This is your first time here, I'd like you to do me a really big favor and smash that button below, that like button that is, and drop a comment after the video preferably, and above all else, hit that subscribe button so that I know you're here. But if you want to really do something and reach one and teach one, share these videos with someone that you care about, associates that you know could use a leg up in the world. Help them improve themselves like you're doing. Now, we're going to talk about Propy. Days ago, I brought you an opportunity of possible opportunity of investing in real estate or virtual real estate. And I know that can seem pretty far-fetched to a lot. That's why I had on the hat. But I have one now for you that I know is a great opportunity. So much so that I put a little bit into it, and I plan to DCA into it. I'm going to show you why. But for this one, I've done my research. I've done research. I continue to research always. But I look at the greats like Grant Cardone. Some of you on here might not know who Grant Cardone is. He's a real estate tycoon. He is a real estate tycoon, made a lot of his money in real estate, continues to make a lot of money in real estate. I believe he's worth like 600 million, probably a billion, and he's 66. He's wrote a number of books, one of which that I really love is the 10X, and I have that book. As you can tell, I'm always talking about books. I like to read up and just look for knowledge. But I'm going to jump over here and we're going to talk about this investment that I believe, with the space that we're in, the real world assets, and what BlackRock is doing with Ondo Finance, you can just see where everything is going. And not to mention, this opportunity not only is a real world asset, but it's also AI. So it's a marriage of both of the super big narratives that everyone is so bullish on this cycle. And I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to show you this. Okay, guys, this is Propy. Propy. Let me refresh this so get a good price. Propy, these guys are doing something that no one else is doing. They're giving you the ability to invest or sell or buy your properties on blockchain. They're cutting out the middleman. And I looked at this and I was like, wow, I always wanted to really get deep off into real estate, but there's so many middle men in just in the mix, that you have to deal with, and you have to break them off certain parts of money just to buy this property. That's why so many people, when they get into real estate, they really like to do business with people that are somebody who own a house that's going to sell it outright to you. We can skip all the rigmarole and go down to the title company, close it, make even more money, and save the other person money. Essentially, this is what you can do with this, but I know everyone is going to be getting a lot of crypto. You're going to be getting a lot of gains by the end of this cycle, end of this year. You're going to have a lot of money to play with. The more money you have in the crypto market, the more money you have to play with. And these guys accept crypto. Man, they accept crypto. You can sell a house here for crypto, Bitcoin, XRP, USDT, tokens like that. And it can all be done through this real estate agency. And they're not new. They've been around since like 2015. That's even better. So I'm looking here, of course, everything's down in the market, but this token right now is $1.22. And I checked it out. How long has this token been around? You go back to 2017. This token been around. They had an all-time high then. Actually, I saw it down here, $6, I believe. Their all-time high was $6.15. And then you see the bumpy ride. The bumpy ride. Well, I look at that bumpy ride, and here's what I see. I see this bumpy ride as something. Sometimes technology moves too fast for people to catch up, which is why it took so long for Bitcoin to really catch on, and Ethereum and crypto in general. Even though a lot of the things that crypto was created for, it could have been used back then just as easily as it could be used now, but people wasn't ready to accept that. So I look at this and I say, okay, it came out, you had a few visionaries, and they said, oh, I see this as an opportunity. I'm going to get in. And then you see this long bust up in here. You got to realize a lot of things happen up in there too with housing market, the fluctuation with that. We now got high interest rates when it comes to the housing market, which brings us to here, where we are over here now. And you're starting to see it go back up. You look over here. That was the all-time high, but not really. I mean, yes, it was then, but this token, remember, it's been around a long time. But if you go to 2024, just as April 17th of this year, this token reached a high of $3.36, which is roughly like almost a 2x from where we are today. So I'm looking back here. Now, I look at this and I said, well, why is this it's starting to go up? And that's the reason it's starting to go up is because you look at a lot of things that's going on right now. Yes, inflation is terrible right now, so it sucks to buy a house right now. If you're in the market to buy a house right now, you're really hurting with a high interest rate, like 7%. But at the same time, you also see we got an election year coming. I mean, this is the election year. You see it all going. They're talking about bringing down inflation, which they're going to do, from what I understand, next month. But these high rates that you have on buying a house, this is not going to be around forever. They're going to drop. So with that in the real world, assets becoming such a major force right now, of course, you're going to see a lot of money flow into projects like this, which is why I believe this is a really big opportunity. Now, I'm not going to, before I jump off this, I'm going to tell you, this token is decentralized. You can only get it with a Coinbase wallet and or a Uniswap. You can get it there as well. Mexi, these are the different places you can get it. We've talked about all of this before. You guys know how to do that. But I checked, and it's already on Tangem. It's on Tangem, so you can hold this token on your Tangem cold storage wallet. And I'm going to jump over here, and I'm going to show you right now how early you really are. You got 18,000 holders in this token. 18,000, and you got a market cap of 100 million. And so you can just imagine where this is going. Got 100 million tokens total, and they say the circulating supply is everything is out there, but I don't believe it probably is. I will have to check into that further. But so far, this one checks the box. I'm gonna go over here because I don't want this to be a long video, but I'm gonna jump over here to the website. I'm gonna leave all the information down below, and actually, before I jump to the website, I'm gonna jump over here to Grant Cardone, because the reason I'm gonna jump over here to Grant Cardone because I'm gonna show you just how far ahead of a bunch of you that's watching this today that these billionaires are, and these millionaires, and these thousandaires are. This guy, Grant Cardone, and this is big news. Net worth 600 million. This is what he, he's a motivational speaker. I told you a bunch of this stuff, but here's what he did. On July 2nd, this guy, Grant Cardone, listed his $42 million Miami mansion on blockchain real estate platform Propy. Well, that checks the box right there. That tells you that, wow, this must be solid. This guy, he deals in real estate. He's made his millions in real estate. And he's decided to sell his property. And this is a lavish property. A lot of you guys are going to be able to buy that after this bull run. But he's selling it through their platform. And so I checked into why he's selling a bunch of his property, and then I found out, which is kind of a follow-up from the video I did yesterday, that he's trying to accumulate, because he has like hundreds, 200-300 of property, so he can afford to let some go, but he's trying to accumulate more Bitcoin. Like I told you, follow the breadcrumbs of wealth to wealth. These guys know something, and they see something with crypto. So he's going to sell it, and he wants his money, of course, in Bitcoin. He's not going to, he's not hurting. He got probably like 100 of properties like these, but he's trying to accumulate more Bitcoin. So you have to also look at that too. That's because I didn't just look at this. I said, okay, why is he selling this property? Bitcoin. Okay. So we go back over here, and on this site, and I highly suggest you guys go through it because I love looking at houses. It's just a passion of mine. I look at it and say, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind having this house or buying that house. You can go on here, and it's like realtor.com. You can go on here and you can look at these houses, but the difference is you can look at these houses and you can buy them with crypto and cut out the middleman. And it's done with smart contracts. All of this is done with smart contracts. And then now I'm going to play this video for you guys to let you see something. It's only 42 seconds, so bear with me.
Introducing Propy AI, your key to effortless real estate transactions. Say goodbye to wasted time and paperwork. With Propy AI, the tedious task of filling out essential information is a thing of the past. Our innovative tool automatically reads purchase agreements, creates a transaction tracker, and starts processing the closing, all with a simple click, drag, and drop of an executed contract. Choose Propy Title and effortlessly connect with a member of our Propy team for seamless collaboration. Impress your clients with lightning-fast communication and real-time updates. Visit propy.com to discover more. Propy, the future of real estate through trust and technology.
Guys, this is the future of real estate. Believe you me. You guys are getting in on everything that we talk about here on Grow Rich and Grow Happy. You're seeing how to create that generational wealth. You're seeing, you're getting the blueprint. It's all right here. Now, you can go up here and, of course, I really hope you guys come check it out. You got featured listings. It is some cool stuff on here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at some of these prices here. A lot of you guys look at this, 1,700,000 and some thousand. See, when I look at houses, I don't look at houses, and this is how I want you guys to think too. Some people look at houses within their budget. I look at houses even when I don't even need a house, but I'm looking at houses and I'm moving it up. I'm looking at like $1 million or better. These are the type of things I do because you got to realize something, guys. You're going to be there. You're going to get to the level where you can get these houses. You stick with crypto. Trust me on this. So you look at this. This one was already sold. Look at this. Buy with crypto. Buy with crypto. All of you out there that think crypto ain't going to be around, Good luck. This company been around since 2015. 2015. I'm not going to, go through the whole website, but check it out. Trust me. And I'm going to go over here and I'm jump over here right quick because I like to look up the people as well. Natalia. This is the CEO at Propy. And I checked her out. I checked her background, but I want you to see something. She's a serial entrepreneur, software engineer, former real estate developer. She's embodied all of this. And look at this. Here's the really key. Advisor to Arlington XRP Capital. This is Propy is a Silicon Valley startup, but this is automatic real estate transaction. This is the future. This is it. You can get in like dollar something right now. Not financial advice, just telling you what I'm doing. Scroll down. I look at some of these people. This guy familiar? Shark Tank. Look at this. And this guy is big into money and real estate. Connect the dots. Just connect the dots. Connect the dots. So I want to bring you guys this again. You guys can check it out. I just wanted to tell you this is a play that I'm DCAing in. I'm not putting a lot of money into it. And right now, you got to look at what's going on right now in the financial sector. I mean, just look how much was liquidated from crypto. Just look how much was liquidated. But if I look here at the 7-day, well, just the 1 month on this, the high this reached in 1 month is $1.45. So I got in around this price right here last night and today. So I'm already getting into the steal. And you gonna tell me that when real world assets really take off, when they really take off, PIF Network, Ondo Finance, all of them, and the AI narrative married together. Oh man, this $6 down here. Just imagine when we get to $1 billion market cap, which is going to be easy because of what we're doing with real estate. We're the first to do it. Guys, I'm telling you, this right here. So I view this as an opportunity, at least I consider it an opportunity for me. What's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Check this out. Check this one out. We've talked about it on this channel many times. They've been talking about real world assets being worth in the upwards of 10 to 17 trillion dollars by 2030. By 2030. You guys have seen the articles? That's a big jump from where we are today. So the smart investors, the Grant Cardones, are getting in early on this ground floor. Early. They're actually even utilizing it. And when someone like that, of that magnitude and that status in the real estate game, gets into something like this, to me, he just solidified the company. He really just solidified it. I'm not putting a lot of money in, I will tell you that right now. But I have a lot of crypto wallets, and I look at I got a lot of scattered ETH and some Bitcoin and different things and wallets left over and different things. But when you combine that stuff up, it adds up big time. It adds up to a nice sum. I went over, I said, let me get me a nice entry into this. Actually, last night I made an entry, and then today I bought some more down at this price right here, and I plan to continue to DCA. But this is one that's going to react a lot with the housing market as well. It's going to move with the housing market right now, and with interest rates being like 7% or higher in the market, that means you have more time to accumulate stuff like this before it take off. You remember what Airbnb did? Airbnb. Look at Airbnb. Nobody ever thought something like that, an idea like that, would take off. You seen what that stock did. But people, the visionaries, these billionaires, these Grant Cardones, people like that, they see it. They see it. They have the capital to deploy in it. And they also see what's going on with Bitcoin. So I see this. I told you, train yourself to spot opportunities. I see it, and I'm glad I see it at a time when the housing market is suffering, because that's the time when you go in. nobody's being greedy right now in something like this because the housing market's struggling. You go in right now and you sell, like Warren Buffett said, when everyone else is being greedy. Everybody's scared now, so this is when you buy. Check it out, guys. Again, let me know down below what you think of this opportunity. Is this something that you're thinking about? Is this something, do you hold any? Have you ever heard of this company? And what do you think something like this is going to be worth, especially with this cycle being a real world asset slash AI narrative? And the AI part is with the, the smart contracts and everything. And we're doing all of this without the middleman. This is why the big banks and institutions fear crypto. All right, guys, to the next one. I'm telling you, check out this opportunity. I'm out.